In this video, you'll learn more about Lexical Resource for the IELTS Academic and General Training Writing Tests. We'll discuss what this includes and the things to consider to get the best possible score. When assessing a response, examiners look to see if you use a range of vocabulary in your writing. So, for Task 1, have you used a range of vocabulary to describe the information that's presented, or to write the letter that's required? For Task 2, have you used a range of vocabulary to discuss the given topic? If your range of vocabulary is limited, but just enough to complete the task, this is described as minimally adequate and falls under Band 5 for Lexical Resource. For higher bands, examiners are looking for flexible use of vocabulary. This means that you can demonstrate a wide vocabulary, including using synonyms and collocations. Collocation means phrases containing words that are often used together. For example, crime and punishment, or global warming. The words you use should also be appropriate, which means they need to be relevant for the topic and suitable for the context in which they're used. Accuracy is important. The words you choose need to be the right words for the topic and context, and accurate spelling is also important. Let's have a look at some responses now. First, look at this Task 2 question. The topic is about advertisements that are targeted at children. In this first response, the range of vocabulary is limited, but just enough for minimally adequate for the task. Simple vocabulary is used accurately, but there is not enough range to award a Band 6. However, it is just enough to discuss the topic in the task. In this second response, there is some ability to use less common items, and there is an awareness of style and collocation. The range of words used has allowed the test taker to flexibly discuss the topic. They are able to discuss different ideas, express their opinion, and make relevant conclusions. In the words of the band descriptors, the resource is sufficient to allow some flexibility and precision. What about errors? Both the frequency of errors and the seriousness of these errors are important, especially if they affect communication. A more serious error is one that stops you from communicating what you'd like to communicate. If errors in spelling and/or word formation are noticeable and cause some difficulty for the reader, then the score for Lexical Resource will be limited to Band 5. The band descriptors mention inappropriacies. This is when a word is not suitable for the situation. For example, when you use an informal word when a formal word may be more appropriate, or if the word does not sound natural in that situation. There may also be inaccuracies in collocation. That is, when you use two words together that are not normally used together. In this response, an awareness of style and collocation is evident, though inappropriacies occur. These inappropriacies include inaccurate word choice and collocation. There are only a few errors in spelling and word formation, and they don't affect overall communication. Or, in the words of the band descriptors, they don't detract from overall clarity. The overall message is still clear. In this video, we've seen that for Lexical Resource, the following areas are all important. The range of words used. Have you used a variety of words to avoid repetition? The adequacy and appropriacy of the vocabulary. For example, topic-specific words, or words in an appropriate style. The precision of word choice and expression. Have you used the right word for the context? The accuracy and use of less common items, including collocations, idiomatic expressions, and sophisticated phrasing. The frequency of errors in spelling and word formation, and the impact they have on clear communication. When you take the IELTS writing test, you might make some mistakes, but it's the frequency of those mistakes and the effect they have on communication that makes the difference. So make sure you allow enough time to read through your response at the end and correct any mistakes that you see. Thank you for watching.